Nation, we back. Yo, salute to everybody here in the building. You already know what time it is, man. Welcome to the latest Graphk Wasted Hammer show. State of the nation right here. I know a lot of people are still feeling some type of way about this Chicago L Sunday. And to be real with you, to be frank, I think me and my brother feel the same way, right?
Yeah, man, I'm still sick about it. You see, I don't have not a goddamn ounce of Raider stuff on right now.
You know what's fucked up is all I own is Raider shit. So I'm pissed right now.
Yeah, pretty much the same deal. And I was just going through my closet and I found something that was bright as hell.
Yeah. I mean, all I own is this shit. So it's just like, damn. I mean, I could put some King stuff on, but I'll wear that for tomorrow, man. But salute to Hammer. We got our little bro in the building. What's good, King?
What's good? What's good, nation?
All of us back in the building. Salute to our brother after having a week-long trip out there in Las Vegas. Salute to the homie Jake, man. Congratulations on the getting married and all that good stuff, man. Salute. Man, there's a lot to talk about today. We are going to talk about this video that's going viral that we're definitely trying to help circulate around the internet. A few other things. We're going to talk about a 24-year-old corner that looks like he's about to get an extension after having a major game against the Raiders this Sunday. We're making guys rich, man. We're making guys rich.
Listen, the Raiders are the NFL stimulus package.
There you have it. And we're going to talk also about the latest Davante Adams rumors. You know, all the major media outlets always have something to say about him and his Hall of Fame. You know, we're going to talk about that here shortly, man. Salute to everybody here in the building, man. Make sure you wipe them feet, hit them thumbs up. You already know what it is. Make sure you pay your bar tabs, break them thumbs and all that good shit, and hit the subscribe button on all three channels. Go ahead, brother.
Pause. Breaking news. Shout out to Miguel Bracino. We're officially at 7,000, y'all.
Let's go. Let's go. Salute. I love it. Salute, little bro. That's a big accomplishment, man. Shout out to Hammer. If you guys are not subscribed, go over there, hit that subscribe, and run it up to 8, man. Why not? You already know what time it is, man. Salute. Yeah. You already know, man. Salute to Leo. Where's the Raiders GM on all this? And we're going to talk about that as well, you guys, because he has been very, very quiet. And most of the time GMs are, but I've seen Zeke. We're going to get into the discussion now. I've seen Zeke talk a lot, but most of the time when Zeke does talk, it's in the offseason. It's not really during, preparation for games and all that other stuff. I want to ask Wasted real quick before we get to Hammer. How do you feel about kind of the silence at this point from David Ziegler? Are you feeling any type of way? Because, like I said, he's very vocal during the offseason, but I don't really hear him talk too much anyways during the season.
I mean, at this point, what could he say? You know what I mean? Like, there's no discernible way he can detach himself from Josh McDaniels. We know how he came here. We know how he got into the National Football League, and we understand that they are a package deal. They're like married. So at this point, whatever he's done for the roster, he's done. The only thing I want to see is action from a GM at this point in the season, right before the trade deadline, a week before the trade deadline, not even a week. Action. What can he say? The only thing he can do is go out there and make a move to kind of assert himself and to show what they're trying to do for the rest of the season.
Yeah. And John, you know what? I'm so happy that John brought that up. We're going to talk about that afterwards. Hammer, any take, brother, on Ziegler's silence at this point? I mean, his best friend looks like dog shit as the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders right now. I mean, is there anything that he can say? Do you want to hear from Ziegler at this point?
I'm just waiting to see if we end up seeing his face on the back of a milk carton. at this point. Like, this is your product just as much as it is Mark Davis, just as much as it is Josh McDaniels. You're the one that listened to these decisions that McDaniels wanted to make, and here we are, and you're nowhere to be found. Like, I don't care if the GM is supposed to be silent. When you're losing the way that we're losing right now, stupid fucking decisions, we need to hear from you as well right now.
Okay. Salute to John, man. Hondo did a pod today. Basically said Mitch is tripping on players being ready to fire McDaniels. For those who have no idea what John is talking about, Mitch did a show yesterday saying that he spoke to multiple Raider players, got some quotes from them, about them basically being tired of playing under Josh McDaniels. Now, I have to put my podcast helmet on and take my friendship helmet off, okay? I'm not going to say that Mitch is lying. Mitch has his own sources. He talks to his own people. He's very active on the internet, okay? This is a friend of ours, but like I said, I'm taking that off and I'm putting my podcaster helmet on. This is an easy time, you guys, to beat this team up. It's an easy time to beat them up. And to be real with you, I can say the same shit. Are you guys going to believe it? Probably, because right now it's clear that some players against that Chicago Bears team on Sunday looked discouraged, looked like they were just ready to just give up. Marcus Peters being one of them. You could tell he just does not care. There were signs of Hunter Renfrow and Josh Jacobs. Me and Waston talked about this numerous times. When they're walking out at the beginning of the game, they look like they didn't even want to be there. Okay. I'm not saying, and I would never call Mitch a liar. I would talk to him behind the scenes and say, who did you speak to? And I haven't spoken to him. Okay. All I'm going to say is this. We all kind of have our own relationships with players. We speak to guys. I've spoken to Max a lot in the past. Spoke to him recently. Spoke to Jermaine Illuminor a lot. Spoken to other guys. I'm going to say this. Right now, these guys are not focused on hitting podcasters up. They're not. They're focused on trying to figure out what the hell is going on with this team. Trying to figure out what the hell can they do in order to get this thing going. Not saying that Mitch did it, because I know Mitch. Mitch is a hustler, bro. He will reach out to every player behind the scenes and see if he can get something from them. Not saying he did not. All I'm going to say is this. Me personally, the whole back and forth, him saying this and him saying that, all I'm going to say is Hondo works inside that building. And he sees more than most. Okay? He's a beat writer. Not saying that these guys go to him for anything. Hondo doesn't have the personality for any of these youngsters to go to Hondo anyway. You know what I'm saying? But he does speak to these guys on a daily basis. Okay? All I'm going to say is this. I don't think that any of these guys would reach out to us personally and say, I'm sick of this shit. They wouldn't reach out to me. I mean, look, it is what it is.
I will say this, right? There are 50-something guys on a football team, right? So that's subjective.
Yeah.
Like one guy on a team doesn't speak for all of the team, right?
No.
And conversely, there have been some things that Hondo has been wrong about, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
a lot.
It's a lot of shit lately he's been wrong about, right? And then you got to ask yourself, what player is he talking to? Now, if he's talking to Brandon Bolden is going to toe the company line because he was brought there by these guys. If he's talking to Haran, he's a guy who toes the company line. He's a former Patriot. So that shit is subjective, bro. But be that as it may, right? Let's talk about what's real and what's fake. What's real is this team is 3-4. They're stone's throw from being a game over 5. They're a game under 500. Mm-hmm. What's real is that these guys are invested and they haven't given up. So for you to say fire the coach does not make a whole hell of a lot of sense at this point if you're a player. For us as fans and as pundits of the Raiders, we're sitting up there and we're saying, yo, this is bullshit. We know this isn't going to get any better. But if you're playing, that's like being a boxer and going to the ring and knowing you're going to lose.
Yeah.
Every game, they feel like they got a chance to win. So do I think it's plausible that a player is like, yo, we need to get rid of this guy. I'm sick of playing for him in the middle of a season? No, I don't. I'm going to be 100% real with you. I don't. And I'm not trying to take anyone to task. I'm just saying this is Wace's opinion. Yeah. I don't believe that that's something that would happen in the middle of the season.
And right now it's an easy time. It's low-hanging fruit, Wasted, right? Everyone wants Josh fired. This video is going viral right now of guys running up on Mark Davis. We're going to talk about that, show that video here soon. It's easy to just say whatever you want right now because it's believable. And like I said before, this is not me calling our brother a liar. All I'm saying is they have a lot of other shit to figure out right now. And I think the last thing that they want to do is reach out to anybody on the internet and talk about their alleged disgust with their head coach.
And we have players reaching out to us, but it's never about what's intimately going on in the building during the season.
No,
it's tapping in and saying what's up,
what's good with you.
I would love to show out. Check the show out, that kind of shit. Yeah. It's not like, hey man, dig this. This is what's going on. Somebody snorting a line off of a stripper's boob. Like that's not happening. That's not happening, bro. Like I'm gonna be real because they're too busy trying to make money. They're too like y'all don't understand something. It matters whether you win in the National Football League.
Yeah.
Yo, it doesn't matter to guys who are superstars, right? As far as the bottom line. But guys that are like on the back end of the roster and shit, it matters whether they win or not, bro. It matters. It matters to their entire career because some of these guys that are on this team now, if they're in a bad football team and this is their first few years in the league, they might not make another fucking team.
Yeah,
and that's
they may never get another contract.
Yeah, they might not get another contract. They might be out the league once the Raiders might be grand opening, grand closing for their career. Yeah. So, yo, they're fully invested in the team. They're fully invested in the program. And if you're not, you know that you're losing if you're not totally invested. Yeah. So believe that.
And also, I want to say this, and I've seen that, John. Mad Max did talk about Josh McDaniels. He said he respected him a lot. I've heard nothing but good stuff from players about Josh McDaniels. And that's, look, we talk shit about him all the time now. We kind of see who he is now, right? We gave him all the chances in the world to get it together, and he hasn't. So we've been bashing him as of late, and rightfully so. But all I'm going to say is this, just like Wasted said, any player we've spoken to, it's always been, hey, man, I checked out your show. I like your show. I like that take on so-and-so. Or woo. I've never talked to a player, and I'm never going to reach out to a player and ask them how they feel about their head coach. I don't want that kind of relationship with a player anyway. That's just not, I'm not trying to be a reporter. And I know Mitch is a little different. He handles his business a different way. Yeah. So this is me I'm not saying that this didn't happen. I'm just saying right now it's low-hanging fruit. It's very low-hanging fruit. Right now, we can all go out there and say this, and that, just to feed the narrative to get Josh McDaniels the hell out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy to just say, this happened, just to continue to feed the monster in hopes that Josh McDaniels is on the way out. You know what I'm saying?
And guys, look, this is the thing, man. One major reason why I don't think Josh McDaniels is going to be fired during the season is, there isn't a guy that's on this coaching staff that's an actual coach that has head coaching experience. There's not a guy. Now, you can point to Rob Ryan, who's been in the league for 30 years. He may be an option, but he's a senior defensive assistant. When you talk about the offensive and the defensive coordinator, these are guys who have no head coaching experience. When you talk about the positional coaches, no head coaching experience. Right. So I don't necessarily see that happening now. Right. Do I want it to happen? Yeah. And could it happen? It's very, very plausible because, Mark Davis is a patient owner, man. He isn't looking to make impulsive decisions. Yeah. But look, man, he's being ran down on like this is a low point. He's never got a cop. Even when he moved the Raiders from Oakland, I don't think he got ran down on personally, like the way he's been getting harassed and embarrassed like this. And I think it's an accumulative effect that might lead to dude getting discharged this year.
And let's get to that here in a second. Shout out to Pace. It's 6 rings, actually. Tom got 7, but salute to Pace, my dog, on a $5 donation. Hammer, how do you feel about the whole, because that's been the thing. And everybody knows Mitch is family of Shieldmore, right? The extended brother in Shieldmore. And a lot of people have been reaching out to me asking my take and my opinion on, these quotes that these players have hit him up with. Do you have any take on, him saying, this player said this? And to be honest with you, I'm gonna be real. A lot of those quotes were very surface level. There was no, he got to get the fuck out of here. Fuck Josh McDaniels. I hate playing for him. It was none of that. Look, if anything, we could assume that some of these players are already pissed because Marcus Peters hitting like on Josh McDaniels needs to go on Instagram, right? We already know that some of these players, Devontae Adams is lashing out. He's not directly saying it to Josh McDaniels, but who's in charge of the offense? Josh McDaniels.
Josh McDaniels.
So he's saying it to Josh. I mean, is there any take on how you feel about what Mitch put out there in the universe? And once again, I can't say if it's true or if it's false. All I'm gonna say is this: we got to get back to Raider football, okay? And me and Wasted had this talk on the phone. My bad, Ham. I want to hear what you have to say, but we got to get back to what matters the most. Let's talk about football. Let's talk about the X's and O's. Let's talk about. I hate that this shit turned so TMZ. We have so many content creators out there just waiting for shit to be negative so they can literally latch onto it and make money and get clicks from it. And I'm not pointing at one person. There's several.
Yeah.
When are we going to get back to us just loving this team, calling them out on this shit when they deserve it? But it just seems like a lot of these guys are just waiting on it, and you can see it in their content. They slowly get there, even with wins. It was ugly. It was ugly, and then right when that L comes, boom! No. It's like, bro, we don't need a narrative over here.
It's a narrative based content that's going on, right? Yeah. And we. And I'm gonna be for real. I'm not being messy. I'm gonna be honest with you. Over here, we try to be the standard bearers for this content creator shit, because what's gonna happen is if there isn't some kind of standard, what's gonna wind up happening is this is gonna be the flavor of the month, and this whole genre is gonna be marred, and nobody's gonna mess around with it. Yeah. The reason why people come to us, right, is because, and you guys are in the chat, you can agree and let me know if I'm right, because we share and live and die with this team the same way you do.
Yeah.
We share the same love for this team. There's not a love for this team nationally. You can't go to ESPN and get them to really talk about the Raiders and focus on what's going on with the Raiders, right? And I feel like you have a lot of people who are in this thing for the wrong reasons. They're in this just to shit on the team so they can run it up and make money, because they know that we are like, a rudderless team right now. We have been for a very long time. So for you to take the negative approach to the team, it's not making you some fucking soothsayer. We haven't been good consistently for 30 years.
Yeah.
So you haven't landed on anything. You're not hitting on nothing prolific by dogging the team. But what I'm not going to stand for is I'm not going to stand for guys making a mockery of what we do. There has to be some burden of proof. There has to be some standard to what we're doing here, man. Like real rap.
And moving forward, Wasted, we talked about this. We're about to grab the bull by the horns moving forward and bring this shit back to what matters the most, football. There's a reason why I'm not in Vegas right now, you guys. And this is no shock, no diss to anybody. I love everybody out there doing the thing in terms of putting on for the nation. I got sick of the politics. I want to get back to just loving my team, being able to talk about my team without, hey, man, you over there with them, you over here with them, you over here with them, and then watching this guy, wear another fucking team's jersey and go live, and a lot of you guys still watch his content. It's like, I don't understand. And mind you, I'm not going to dish anyone on how you get your Raider content. You get it where you want to get it. That's cool. I'm just a passionate Raider fan. That's why I started this channel. Hammer did the same thing. Wasted did the same thing. Andy did the same thing. Big Mike is born into it. We all just came from this thing called Raider Nation. And we don't want to bash it unless it needs to be bashed. But a lot of these motherfuckers just sit around and they wait for this type of shit to poach and to just jump at the opportunity to shit on this team any chance they get. But when we win,
they were never really fans. They were never really fans. They're Raider opportunists. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. I'm not here to question anyone's fandom. But if you show me who you are, I believe you.
Yeah. Show
me who you are, I believe you. Yo, there's no way you can go up and down my closet. You will never find another football jersey of another team in my fucking closet. And I'm not chastising this guy. I don't really care what that kid does. Like real rap. Like I'm too old for that shit. Yeah. But what I will tell you is that I need for the nation, right, to understand that shit is real over here, right? And we're gonna be the standard bearers for what this shit should be. I can't tell anybody how to run their show. You do what you want, but over here we're gonna keep it 100% football, not the drama. Look, when the team needs to be called out, they're gonna get called out. If you need a real kind of viewpoint, and for us to be pragmatic, we're going to do that as well.
Yeah.
But yo, I'm not married to one narrative because it makes me money.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not married to one thing. This is a week by week league. We will judge this team on a week by week basis. But I'm not going to go out here and just say anything just to make y'all watch me.
I would give up and I mean this, and God knows, I would give up every dollar I made last week for the Raiders to beat the Chicago Bears. And I do this for a living. That may be stupid. That may be totally stupid from my point. I would give up every single dollar I made last week, you guys, if we could have just got a W from Chicago.
My God, you can have it.
You can have it because I love this team that much. And real quick, man, let's get our little bro involved. How do you feel about that, bro? About the whole shit, with the everything.
Situation with Mitch, touched on it yesterday. Like, yeah, he knows some players. The company knows. The company he works for knows some players as well. So
definitely,
look, he put what he put out there. These were all anonymous, which, as a sports reporter, that's how you're supposed to do your job, anyways. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, well, it's true, it's not true. It is what it is. He put what he put out there. And again, it's all love to Mitch because I shouted him out there in the live yesterday.
Yeah, bro, we love Mitch.
Live and we talked about it.
We're not bashing him.
But when it comes to these other content creators, and I don't care who's watching, I don't care how the fuck you feel right now, because now I'm going to put everything out on the table. You might not like it, and I don't give a fuck. A lot of y'all have divided the nation. A lot of y'all create clickbait. A lot of y'all do this bullshit conspiracy theory bullshit. That's not fucking Raiders. That's not the Raider way. Like, we sit here, we bring you real Raider content, we give you up-to-date news, but we're also real with everything we bring to the table. People all over the internet trolling and, oh, this isn't a real Raider fan, da-da-da-da-da. Eat a bag of dicks. Y'all will never bring that same energy to any of us. Point blank period, the end. Saw people out in Vegas. Not this past time, but the last time. Oh, I'm going to do this, that, and the third. Word? We crossed paths, and then I stood 10 feet away from you. No.
At the end of the day, bro, trolls are trolls. You know what I'm saying?
Trolls are trolls. When we talk about content creators, we're not talking about trolls.
This was a content creator. Standing 10 feet from you.
Bro, that's not. You
motherfuckers don't have energy. Talk Raiders the right way. You have an opinion about things? Cool. We will call players out when they're fucking up. We will call coaching. We'll call ownership out when they're fucking up. But when they're doing good, they'll get their flowers. Right now, we're in year 2 of this bullshit situation. McDaniels is 9-14 as our head coach. And a shit ton of different things have happened over the last year and a half that we have lost games. You're fucking up with holding leads. You steer away from shit that works. Doing the conservative offensive type of bullshit. It's not working. Conservative doesn't work. Conservative is not the Raider way. Everything you're doing, you're still latched on to Belichick's nuts and still trying to follow the Patriot way. The Patriot way went out the window when Tom Brady left.
Agreed.
Y'all need to change it up or something needs to be done. And McDaniels and even Ziegler at this point, you got to go.
Let's get these supers in real fast. Salute to John. You could tell I was feeling some type of way about the content, watching all these random folks instead of my boys. Don't worry, y'all, my favorite homies, man. Salute to our brother John. Salute to Primos as well. Bad execution will make any coach look bad. Not defending McDaniels, but bad execution plays a part. This is a whole thing, Primos. It's everything. We're not going to blame every single thing on Josh McDaniels.
Oh, it's a combination of things.
He's terrible, but the players. The execution has been bad on the offensive side of the ball. Defensively, we collapsed this past game as well. Nothing went right.
Look, this is the thing when you're a head coach, right? There are a lot of ingredients to winning and losing.
Yeah.
But you're the one who are mixing those ingredients. So either you can make a tasty meal or you can make a shit meal. And what's happening right now is that, we're on the brink. He's trying to save the meal. Mm-hmm. We're on the brink right now, right? I tend to believe that he doesn't have the ability to save the meal because I see the way that we're winning. We're winning in spite of him, right? And that's the reason why I have been so vehemently saying that it's time to move on because, like, we're not in a rudderless situation that we were in the early 2000s where we were so bad that you just kind of knew. When Andrew Walter was a quarterback, you're like, all right, man, we don't have any talent, right? This team is probably 3 to 4 players away from being a real contender.
On what side of the ball, though?
On both sides of the ball. On both sides of the ball. Like we are a coherent quarterback, and probably a guard, a right guard, and 2 defenders away from actually making some noise. Now those are significant pieces, but they're pieces that can be acquired in one off season.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why, if the coach is at a situation where he is lowering the bar on everybody's morale, and I don't want the guys that we have in the building to leave, because that's what always happens with the Raiders. We could sit back for 20 years and look and be like, yo, man, what if we had that defense from 2004? Or, you know what I'm saying? With
Raider fan,
we've heard that though.
I hate that shit. Wasted. As Raider fans, we do that shit too much. If you could take that 2016 offense with the 2004 D, we would have won a Super Bowl.
Yeah. And I don't want to do that, because that's what's going to happen. If Devontae walks out this door and it gets dark for Max, or we lose some of the guys, or like, and we have a lot of young players who are talented. I don't want to see Trayvon Merring walk out the door and become an all-pro. Yeah. I don't want to see, and I can see it happening. Like, just my Raiderdom, I can see it happening already, bro. And I don't want to see it. Like, I just want this thing to get taken care of now.
Let me get these 2 supers in real quick. Shout out to Will. Love what you guys do, but football's not fun for me. It's not fun for us at all right now either, Will. Something has to change. 46-year-old fan. Since I was 3, we deserve better, man. Salute to Will. We definitely do, brother. Hey, you guys, I want you guys to also understand before I read this next super real quick. We're not trying to bash anybody, okay? I want you guys to understand this. We have, certain things I respect about every person that does this thing on the internet called Raider content. There's certain things that I respect about each person. I don't have to respect the overall product, but there's something that I find very, very that I respect in each of these guys. Okay, so it's no respect, it's no disrespect. It's just we have to bring this thing back to football. We're gonna lose it. Me and Wasted were kind of comparing this earlier to hip hop. We're from the golden era. We watched hip hop die. We can't watch this thing that we love now, this Raider podcast, this content. We can't watch it die, especially on our watch. It just we can't not allow this shit to turn into fucking love and hip hop. Or you know what I'm saying, the TMZ.
We can't have this careen into drill rap.
No.
We can't, bro.
No,
we can't. That's where it's going.
If we got to come in here and set some type of order and say, you know what, man, this is what it is. It is what it is.
Yep.
Period. Salute to pride and purpose. You'll never win at chess if your opponent knows your next move before you do it. Just like other teams calling our plays before we snap the ball, it is a mockery. And pride and purpose, allegedly, heard that Chicago was calling out our plays offensively, and they already knew what we were doing. But shout out to Pride and Purpose, my dog. Appreciate you on the $10 donation. And we got a few more supers to get in before we get into our first segment, even though we're 30 minutes in. Salute to Joseph. Yo, Zeke low-key making bad moves, like trading for Yasin, then not even signing him, then signing Peters for a replacement. And what's crazy is, Joseph, Yasin is having a very good year for the Baltimore Ravens right now. But everybody knows, if you know the game of football, systems mean everything. He went somewhere that's working for him, and he's balling, and he's healthy. We didn't have a healthy Rock Yasin. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, we lost a Yannick for him. And, it is what it is. But I agree.
You just said it, though. You just said it. Like, you're not playing or you're not game planning to our players' strengths.
Yeah.
You're not running an offensive scheme to these guys' strengths. Same with the defense. Like, we're still running zone. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
My thing is this, and this is the reason why I've kind of soured on Josh McDaniels. As a coach, right? To me, great coaches, what they do is they take the ingredients. I'm going to use that analogy again, and then they make a meal. And they make a meal based off of whatever you throw in front of them. They can adjust, they can adapt, they can play to people's strengths. I don't like this cookie cutter thing where it's my way or the highway, and this doesn't fit my system. So even though you're a productive, good player in your prime, like Rock Yasin, who's fucking 26, 27 years old, I'm going to move on for you, even though I traded for you.
Yeah.
And not allow you to get healthy. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the land of misfit toys and get a guy who played his best football 3 or 4 years ago.
But wait, this is the shit that kills me about Josh McDaniels, though. Why, when you get a guy like Cam Newton in New England, you tinker with your offense to work it around him, and you win 8 games?
Because
then you let Derek Carr come in, a 3-time Pro Bowler, don't change anything, and then this season you don't do anything either.
Because
there's a difference there. He wasn't the head coach.
That's what I'm saying. He wasn't the straw that stirred the drink.
But he's calling the offense. He's calling the offense.
Yeah, but he's calling the offense, but you call what I tell you to call when I'm the head coach. You got to realize something. Bill Belichick has seen this is a man who was a part of a Super Bowl win where the team held the ball for 24 minutes running with old Jay Anderson.
Facts.
Like, this is a man who was taught under Bill Parcells. Who's won more games that they shouldn't have won than Bill Parcells?
Well, yeah, so that's more than anybody.
Yeah, so like look at Bill Parcells going into Candlestick Park and beating Joe Montana and the 49ers when they were at their height. Like, bruh, look, that's what it was. I don't give Josh McDaniels. He is an X's and O's play call dummy. He does what Bill tells him. He has not showed that he's been successful without Bill.
He can't be his own man. He can't be his own head coach. Like,
and you can see it because situationally, he does not do well situations. The fact that he loses track of down and distance and timeouts and things like that, that goes to show you everything you need to know. And that's the reason why I've soured on, bro. Because when we were losing games last year, I said, all right, man, maybe it's, the people don't know the scheme. Now you've had a whole year. You brought in all your guys. Yeah. You got it all. I don't want to fucking hear it. And you went out and got more Patriots trash.
And bro, we've never called him down in the NFL as a coach. And we're screaming about clock management. We know we're looking like, okay, what's wrong? We're not calling any timeouts. What are we doing? Okay, the offense is just allowing so much time off the clock when we're still in reach to win this football game. What the hell is going on?
Because I think he has a sight blindness.
No, it is. But this Sunday, I realized, wasted. Like I knew last Sunday, not this last Sunday, but the previous Sunday, I was like, you know what, man? I'm starting to see everything come together. I'm starting to see everything, and then everything just showed its face.
Yep. He got that sight blind. He has tunnel vision, bro. Yeah. He's so locked in on his call sheet, and he's not thinking about the rest of the game. And the problem is he's got to give up play calling duties. You are a head coach, bro.
Yeah.
You are a head coach.
Yeah.
You have to delegate and allow someone else to do a job because you are not doing the real job you're here to do effectively, which is actually coach the entire team, not one side of the football.
Let me get these supers in real fast. Shout out to Eris. Never cheer for a Raider coach to fail. Do better. This is facts. Salute to Sean. Anyone remember the last guy to have 20-plus scoring game in Josh's system? Stidham. Had some mobility and took shots downfield like a man with confidence.
Salute to Sean. They didn't keep him.
And we were all on the bandwagon of bringing back Stidham for another year or two and allowing him to be the bridge guy. That like real shit. We were all on board for that. And now he's sitting on the bench in Denver, and we'll probably never know what the hell Stidham had in him. You know what I'm saying? Because of it. So it is what it is. Salute to Sean. That is facts, my brother. Salute to Sean. Salute to Raider man. Raiders constantly losing equals turmoil for the nation. And look, I understand this, Raider man, because this, losing breeds negativity.
Yeah,
I get it. I'm not upset. I'm not stupid, but I also know how much I love this team. And I can't expect everybody else to love this team the way I do. Wasted can't expect people to love this team the way he does. Same for Hammer, the same for you guys in the chat, right? I just refuse to just beat up on these motherfuckers just because. Like, that's the problem. It's like, I know football. I see that the coaching staff is already, bro, you didn't even see a snap yet. Allow this team to come out there and get through week 1 before we have anything negative to say about this fucking team.
Yeah, bro, like it is funny.
It's like
what exactly is knowing football? What exactly is knowing football? Like, bro, you can know high school football, you can know college football, you could have coached on a certain level, you could have played on a certain level, but did you do it in the NFL and did you do it in the recent past? We have a friendship with a guy who played in the league for years.
A brotherhood.
A brotherhood, right?
Yeah.
And guess what? Some of the things that are going on today's NFL is things that are unrecognizable to a man who actually played this game.
Yeah.
This
No,
league changes very, very fast.
bro, I sat there the other day on Bleacher Report, and this is off topic, and watched KJ Wright do a live with one of his homies that played in the league too on Bleacher Report, right?
Yeah.
And he was breaking down some of the schematics on the defensive side of the ball, what's going on today. And even I was catching him kind of fumbling, talking about what the hell was going on the field. Shit changes year in and year out. You know what I mean? You can't just expect, bro, the league is so, it's just, it's so like
evolving. It's evolving. That's all. It's evolving every single year. And Wasted, you and I have talked about this in the past, like what we grew up playing in. We grew up in playing 3-4, 4-3. This shit has evolved so much where you see like a nickel
5-2, all of that.
5-2, like that shit is being used ridiculously heavily than it once was, because now it's a hell of a lot more pass friendly and pass happy in this league. So
yeah,
the league, the game has evolved and it continues to evolve year by year. Like look at how many mobile quarterbacks we have in the league right now. We didn't have that many like that back in the day, and almost
that shit was
10.
frowned upon. That was frowned upon.
Yeah.
If you weren't a statue in the pocket when I was growing up, they said you had happy feet. Now it's like, well, what the fuck? What is wrong with your feet now?
Yeah.
I remember when they were saying that the person who can make an offense around Michael Vick's skill set is going to be a genius. Yep. They couldn't find a way to put his skill set in a box. I remember them talking about, what are the Eagles going to do with Randall Cunningham?
Yeah.
What are they going to do with Randall?
I mean, even up to the point with Lamar Jackson, people were still like, what are they going to do with him? He's a running back. He's a receiver. I mean, you know what I mean?
Bill Polian said that you can't draft him as a quarterback.
Yeah.
And this guy became the league MVP. Now, this is a guy who knows the game, right? The game evolves constantly, and it evolves even more because of technology. So, guys, look, I'm going to tell you like this. When something happens with this team, we have the duty to see if it works. Yeah. First and foremost, before we come out and shit all over it, before we've even seen a snap of football. And that's always been my narrative.
But even if we didn't agree with the hire in the first place, you still got to,
because we're not in the building.
No, give it.
We're not in the building. There have been some guys that have been cut. There have been some guys that have been jettisoned out the league, and when it happened, we were outraged. And then when you hear what actually happened, I understand why.
Yeah.
Because we are not there completely. We have contacts in the building, but there's a sanctity in that locker room that only people in that locker room really know what's going on. And you could be a reporter who's there every single day, and you really don't know until the players tell you.
Let me tell you, I get any of my information from people that work in the building, and they're not players. They're not players. And I'll tell you right now, they have no idea how the fuck the players are feeling right now. They're not. They don't, because I haven't heard anything. And you know the people that I know Wasted.
Yes, yeah.
Behind the scenes, like, I haven't heard anything about these guys being, I mean, don't get me wrong, they're very upset. They're 3-4, and they're playing bad football right now. Who the fuck wouldn't be upset? But at the end of the day, I'm not hearing anything from these people about these players being disgruntled. Now, like I said, that's not me saying that anybody else is not. I'm just saying, me personally, from the people that I know, and a lot of news that I've gotten that I chose not to break, that I've given to other people to break, because I don't want to do that. You guys know that. You know that. And it's just that's just not my thing. So, but all I'm gonna say is I have not heard anything. So I'm gonna play the waiting game and kind of kick back and see what it is. Real quick, man. Let's get these supers in. Salute to John. I appreciate you, bro. Like, real talk. Personally, I appreciate you guys to the upteenth degree. I appreciate every live, like my boys getting together around a bonfire and talking ball. I'm having a beer while we talk. And John, when we get this Shillmore thing together in terms of our club, where we do the Midwest and the West, we want
Corgan is definitely one of the governors of one of them clubs.
We need you to be a governor, bro. We need you to be a guy that's going to take a territory from us and run that thing for us, man. Salute to our brother John. And that's a what is it?
A stone cold lead pipe fact.
There you have it. Salute to John. Salute the Rube. We have our first round pick. We have our stars at key positions under contract next season. We are a prime free agent destination with money to spend, a lot of money. Rube, end of the season decisions have to be done right. Rube always coming through with motherfucking factory outlet. Salute to our brother Rube. He knows his shit. Let me see. Let's get these other ones in before I share a few things on the screen. Salute to Green Energy Development on a $2 donation. We appreciate that, brother. We truly, truly do.
We appreciate that green energy you're developing as well.
There you go. Salute to Primos. To the QB position, Jimmy G was brought in to be the bridge quarterback. He isn't Josh McDaniels' guy. Hoyer isn't the guy. Aiden, we don't know. Do y'all give McDaniels a chance to find that quarterback? No. Tired of it. What is it? Tired of, is it QB or coach? It's both. And I'm gonna be honest with you. At this point, I don't want to stick around to see if he gets the guy right. I don't.
Yeah, I don't think he's earned the right to get the guy.
No,
because at the end of the day, you can say what you want, but you brought this man here, so he better be the fucking guy. How's he not your guy? And you brought him.
No, fuck that. You brought Stidham in last year, played him 2 games, let him walk in free agency. You brought this guy in right when Brian Hoyer was released from New England. What did I say, Hammer? Oh, future Raider. Boom. Backup quarterback immedially.
Yo, and the thing is
Aiden
that
O'Connell was drafted from them.
Yo, and this is the thing. The fact that you thought that bringing in a man who hasn't won a game in almost a smooth decade, right? That is a geriatric at this point in the NFL years. Yeah. And you thought that's a viable backup? You really thought that? So I don't listen. He doesn't get any grace or liberty for me to get his guy.
That was a move that says my system will win games, not the quarterback. Period.
Yes.
Period.
Yes. Yo, and that's the problem. The problem is the scheme will prevail, and it's about the X's and O's and not the Jimmys and Joes. Yeah. That's exactly what, and that's the sight blindness that I'm talking about. Your system is an antiquated system that was being ran in the early 80s. And they've just flipped and bounced it in, put a little, spread offensive concepts in because that's what was winning. You remember Belichick bringing in freaking his buddy from Alabama, the great Nick Saban, bringing him in and them doing all this bullshit, bringing in college coaches and bringing the college game to the NFL when Brady was there. It don't work unless you have a supremely talented quarterback, and we don't have that. Yeah. So there you go.
I like this question right here. Shout out to Mando. Why don't we game plan the way every other team does? Load the box and make the rookie QB beat us with his arm. This team don't want Josh McDaniels. He lost him. Now, let me say this, Mando. They found a very great concept. What they did was they made sure that quarterback got rid of the ball quick and in a hurry. They did that all game long. That quarterback was getting rid of the ball. I mean, we kept talking about that, wasted during the live. But they're finding ways of him getting the ball out of his hands quick. And what happened was that opened up things. Then they started running the football effectively. Fuck, their running back had a career day. You know what I'm saying? And then he started spreading that thing out. They were finding ways to beat us. And what they did was initially when that game started, they found a way to get rid of the ball quick. They made sure he didn't hold on to it too long. They have a very terrible O-line out there in Chicago. They knew what they were dealing with. They said, we're going to get rid of this football quick. We're not going to shadow our quarterback. And this is coming from a terrible, terrible head coach in Chicago. Terrible.
And the crazy thing is the key to stopping that quick pitch offense is to tackle well, to be fundamentally sound, to stop the run. That is the way you stop that. And I'm sure they didn't figure that out, whatever.
Really not. Arm tackling, getting hurdled on, just terrible. Fucking terrible, man. And they're already, what's funny is they're actually already talking about, is there a quarterback controversy in Chicago? This team is rebuilding right now. You lost to a team that's rebuilding.
Bro, we did the same shit. We did the same shit. Stidham came in, beat up that Niners defense. We lost. Is there a QB? And then he went back and looked pedestrian against the Chiefs. This happens week in. Week in and week out in the NFL. I'm not going to jump the gun.
It was definitely an upside down.
I'm thinking Justin Fields over. Justin Fields is a superstar compared to that kid. Salute to Julio. Josh McDaniels is getting in his own way. He needs to delegate better. This is facts. We talked about that a million times. Worry about coaching and let Lambeau call the offensive plays. You're talking about Lombardi. I want him to succeed, but it's frustrating to see a brilliant mind fail. Salute to Julio. Appreciate you on the $10 donation. Salute to Larry. Yes, you cannot give up on the season yet because we are actually still in the playoff hunt. We definitely are. But at the end of the day, I don't even want to talk about the playoffs at this point. This team looks terrible, Larry, from top to bottom. It just looks insane. How do you expect to win games when you can't run the ball effectively and you can't get it going in the pass game? Not like passing game. Like there's nothing we're doing offensively to believe that this team could turn shit around at all. Salute to midnight. Not every coordinator can be a head coach or vice versa. We need a good leader for a head coach and good coordinators with innovation. Salute to midnight. Appreciate you.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs?
Salute to Jose. Graphk, did you see the coaching staff that I sent you? Yes, I love it. And you do not have too much time on your hands, King. You love this team like we do, and you're sitting around trying to put together the right coaching staff to take this thing to the next level. I loved it, Jose. Put it in the chat. Let everybody rate your coaching staff. Salute to my dog, Jose, on a $10 donation. And real quick, man, we got two more. Salute to Hafi. Josh McDaniels lost to 24-hour prep Baker and rookie with the Bears and Jeff Saturday, you guys, a guy that never coasted down in the NFL. The only successful QB in this system is Tom Brady. Salute
Tom Brady was that system. That's it.
He was the system. Salute to Hafi on a $20 donation, and salute to our brother, the resident comedian, Ashil Moore. McDaniels doesn't have a good football feel. He has been hearing for too long that he's an offensive genius. My fear is that he believes it. You hit it on the head right there, JT. This is factory outlet, my brother. Thank you on a $5 donation. And did you guys see the Raiders getting outcoached again, Joseph? We got outcoached pretty much week in and week out this year. It's disgusting. We pulled through in a few games because of our players. Were outcoached in wins, like real shit.
Yeah,
like,
no, and that's a possibility. Like, yo, bro, the messed up part is there have been a couple of games where we've had the superior roster and lost.
Yeah.
Yep. Like that's the problem. You know what I mean? That's why football is such an intricate game.
We play down to our competition, and it's clearly shown in several games and several losses this season. We play down to our opponents.
And there was a report, you guys, that came out today about Danielle Hunter. Okay, I don't know, never heard of this page. I kind of did some homework on it. I didn't really see anything. But there was a rumor about Danielle Hunter, about us reaching out and seeing what Minnesota will want for him, right? Do you guys think after that big win last night, Monday Night Football, that Minnesota will still move on from Danielle Hunter? I know he's leading the league in sacks right now, you guys. They look really good against one of the best teams in the NFL. Don't get me wrong, the Niners are showing a lot of chinks in their armor right now. But do you think there's still a chance that we can go get Danielle? Because I don't think at this point, I don't think they're going to do it. I think they're going to.
I don't think they're sellers. The only way, I feel like they would be sellers if they're completely out of the playoff hunt. And I don't believe that to be true.
Yeah, I don't either. And I don't think that Danielle Hunter is a realistic option at this point because of them fighting these past few weeks. But what's funny, man? Sometimes offenses look better without a superstar in it. It's crazy, right? Like Justin Jefferson is a guy that demands the ball. He's a great receiver, one of the greatest receivers in the NFL. And you get Jordan Addison involved. You get Hawkinson involved. You get the running game going. Like Kirk Cousins is doing things that he hasn't done all season long against one of the best defenses in the league. Sometimes you really don't need that superstar wide receiver.
Well, in the short term, yeah, it seems better, right? But on the long term, there are just some plays that guys like Justin Jefferson and Devontae Adams can make that no one else can make.
Great.
And a lot of times they might put, 8 to 10 points, like even more than that. Probably they could put 14 points on a board that you never would have had you not had them on their roster. So they'll win more games than they'll lose you. I just think now Kirk Cousins, at the point of his career he's at, he understands what's going to keep him in Minnesota. He forces the ball to Justin Jefferson a lot.
Yeah.
And now that he's not there, he's just being
I see a lot. Joe Addison's he's gonna be a superstar, bro.
Yeah.
The way he ripped that ball from Chavius Ward last night and just took it to the end of that was different, bro. That was some shit I never seen before. Like he's gonna be a superstar. The young pup out of USC, that guy is a dog. They know how to find receivers out there in Minnesota, man. Year in and year out. Salute to Bo. The player quote that struck a chord with me was that the other teams are having fun despite their record. Our players feel like this is just a job. And to be honest, though, Chef, that's the Patriot way. In New England, players said the same shit. It's like the military. It's the same shit. So,
but conversely, how do we know that they're not having fun?
No. I'm just going off of what he said.
Yeah, no, not. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying with him,
Yeah.
we don't. Yo, like this shit is subjective. I hate how people try to take these cookie cutter narratives and put that shit on 53 guys.
Yeah, I
Like,
agree. I agree.
You know what I'm saying? You might have 10 guys that feel this way. You might have fucking 40 or 30 that feel another way. Like, come on.
Salute
Wait,
to
so let's play devil's advocate then. If you were on this team right now and you were losing the way you have, you're not fucking putting up points the way you know this offense should be. Would you be happy with this team right now?
No, I'm not saying that they're happy, but what I'm saying is it doesn't mean that they're not having fun at all.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, would you be having fun if you were losing like this right now? Especially when you're losing in close games. Would
fun
you
is
be,
subjective.
Would you have fun?
Fun is subjective. Because would I be having fun with, playing the game of football and the game that I love and I grew up playing? Yeah, right. Is it fun to lose? No. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can go to the basketball court and have fun and enjoy playing the game of basketball and lose and be pissed off about it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, look, it's very subjective. I mean, look, to make it this far and get paid to do what you love to do that you've been doing for free your whole life, I would definitely be having fun. But losing is not a winning. That's not a good formula for happiness. I'll tell you that at all. But that's why some of those things that I heard, I'm like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Because these guys, man, they're out there they're playing a child's game. And they're getting paid millions upon millions of dollars doing it. Did Devontae like losing to the Chicago Bears, a team that he's practically owned since when he played in Green Bay? No, he didn't like that. Like that, he took that game personal, probably because that's a team that he's played his whole career. He has Detroit on Monday night.
He wanted to put up some serious numbers against them.
Yes, and he'll want to do it against Detroit, another team that he's faced his entire career, and he's owned with the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, so, man. Like Aaron Rodgers said to Jordan Love after Jordan Love beat the Bears, he said, "Yo, thanks for keeping ownership."
Yeah. You know what? Let me say this: Devontae's not having fun. He's a superstar at the end of it, but not at the end, at the tail end of his career. I'm not going to say at the end. That wants to win a championship. He's not having fun. Marcus Peters, not having fun. He's already been there, done that, won a ship. You know what I mean? He's been there, right?
Man, shit, it looks like he's having fun doing the Macarena instead of tackling people.
But there's young players. For real. There's young players like Tyree Wilson that is having fun getting his reps. You know what I mean? He's young. He's excited about the game. All these young kids, definitely. Michael Mayer, they don't want to lose. They came from winning programs, but they're having fun playing the game and they're getting paid for it. Their life has changed this past year. But you got guys like Devontae Adams, future Hall of Famer, that is pissed. Max Crosby.
And that's what I mean about it being subjective, Hammer. It's like marriage, right? You got some people who are newlyweds and everything is fun and everything is great. And you got other people who are old, bitter married couples that have been together like on The Living Color. We're still together. You know what I'm saying? We're married for 40 fucking years. So like it's all subjective, bro. It depends on what stage of your career. It's like, I don't want to broad brush it. Like, yo, if I was a young NFL player, everything would be like, fuck, I'm in the NFL, I'm hitting people. But if I was a successful NFL player who knows what it takes to win, I'd be fucking livid.
Yeah.
Shit.
Let me get this. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, go ahead. I got one too, but go ahead.
Salute the family fun. 50-year-old fan here. Raiders are making football watching non-enjoyable. Facts. It's been close to a 35-year cycle of losing. This is factory, brother. And
shout out the Fun Funky family.
39 years. Fun. Like it's been terrible. Salute to JT. McDaniels said football is a mysterious game. Laugh out loud. The only mystery is how he keeps getting employed. McDaniels, if you are listening, retire, please. Salute to JT. This is factory outlet. Salute to Darth. They'll trade for an expat that won't play before Hunter.
Jesus Christ.
Salute to Darth Raider. And salute to our brother John. Off topic. When will the NFL take judgment calls from refs with sensors in the ball and field to stop index card fourth downs, crossing the plane, etc.? Yeah, it's becoming a joke at this point, John. I mean, it's been a joke, but it's getting worse and worse.
Look, this is the dirty secret. Now, let's not careen into conspiracy theories.
We're not going to do it.
But listen, I'm going to say it like this, bro. They're partners with DraftKings. They're partners with all of this. They legalize sport. They've done it in our face, right? I think that the league has to have a way to be able to control the lines. Mm-hmm. I believe that, right? I'm not saying that football is not legitimate, but I think that they have to have a fail safe for certain things. Like they might want certain teams. Like I don't know, man. It's just starting to look like that to me.
Hey, he says Olave for Renfro. AJ, I would do that in a heartbeat. I think Dennis Allen told Olave that DC was going to start this week, and Olave got behind the wheel and hit 75 immediately.
Yeah, man. He was listen, man.
LV, it wasn't a DUI issue. He was not drinking.
No, he was just driving. He was driving fast.
35. 75.
He went full Van Halen, running with the devil.
Yep.
He was driving fast as hell, man.
75 and a 35. And man, what's up with these receivers, man? They get behind the wheel and go crazy with cars. They're quarterback, bro. It's shit's insane, bro. I don't like real. I'm not trying to make no jokes out of this shit, but these receivers, man, they get behind the wheel and go many when they got the guy playing. Look, I believe
Yo, bro, listen, I do not want to be on the screen for that nasty, disgusting work that you just displayed right now, Graphk.
I'm just saying, man.
Graphk, you know what? Listen, I know that. Go sit in the corner, Graphk Raider. You are terrible right now.
Yo,
shout out to Lisa Dell on the 199. Players are not motivated. They want Josh McDaniels out.
There you go. Salute to JT. We'll change the subject with this wasted looking fresh in that flash dance rig. Love it.
Yo, look, man. I'm not. Look. Yo, look, I just want to say something to everybody in the chat who's called me Mushmouth, Dumb Donald, and whatever Fat Albert character you want to name, and or Tyrone Biggums. I want to say to every single one of y'all, fuck you, and fuck you. Who's next?
Who's next? All right, let's do this, you guys, real quick. Let's talk about this. This has been going on, going crazy on the internet these past 24 hours. Salute real quick to Vegas Ralph. So for those who don't know who Vegas Ralph is, this is actually the guy that I was talking about when me and Hammer were talking to Sandra Douglas, and he came over there. Shout to our guy Ralph, love him. Remember he was blasted, belligerently drunk, and he was trying to tell her, "Oh, you got to save our team," and he was saying something along the lines, "I couldn't have my sign. They kicked me out." It was the "We deserve better" sign. Okay, yep. So the other day, this goes viral. Salute to Cody. Cody's actually the first one that I seen put it up on the Blackout on Twitter and on Instagram. This is a little crazy.
Aces Parade.
Yeah, at the Aces Parade. And mind you guys, I'm all for us allowing Mark Davis to hear about our just us being pissed. Okay? Us being pissed. Ralph, be safe, brother. You can't be running up on billionaires like that. You can get your whole clock cleaned fucking around like that.
They're liable to knock your fucking neck loose.
Yes, and look, we love Ralph. I would love to have Ralph on the show, and I want to hear his thought process behind that. But you got to be careful running up on billionaires doing this shit. I'm gonna play this video real fast though, y'all, real quick. Let me play this. Let me see. Boom. Turn up that.
Smarten up. Get ready, your boy Vegas Ralph. We out here celebrating the Las Vegas Aces back-to-back championship. And I'm also out here to let Mark Davis know that it's time to fire Josh McDaniels. Be the Josh McDaniels. Okay. Josh McDaniels has to go. Smarten up.
Smarten up.
Hey, Mark, little McDaniel. He's the worst coach ever. He's destroyed the Raiders. No, you need to know that he has to go. Okay? Mark, go.
No, basically, you guys, Mark said back to him. So Mark said, I've been nice to him. I've been nice to you. I heard you. You don't have to keep doing this.
Yo,
it's pretty much
what fucking to me. I'm gonna be real with you. That shit weak. Like, yo, don't like and if you out there, you can say what you want about me, bro. To me, men don't do shit like that. Shit's corny. Like, bro, there's a time and a place for everything, as my mother, Mama Wasey, used to tell me when I was a kid. There's a time and a place for everything, son.
Yeah. No, I agree.
That was not the time nor the place, bro.
Catch him at Allegiant. Catch him at Allegiant.
Yo, you put your sign up. You came there and you went to a fucking WNBA. I question whether he's watched 1 minute of the Aces winning or their series. Like if he has, if I'm lying, I'm flying, right?
Yeah.
I know I don't watch the fucking Aces.
I don't either.
I don't watch the WNBA. Most men don't, right? So don't fucking tell me that you went there to celebrate some shit you don't even follow.
No.
You went there to go viral. And to me, look,
Yep, I agree.
We're the ones who, we want to hold the team accountable. We go after Mark Davis.
Yeah,
I'm going after him, but you got to do it within context.
Yeah.
Like, you don't run up on a guy and make your fucking sign and then be demonstrative towards him. And then in turn, if his security would have turned around and broke your fucking back, then he'd have been all over the national news.
You're going to sue him and Mark's the bad guy.
Yeah, and then it puts a black eye on the organization. If you love this team, keep it classy, bruh. Keep it classy.
Now, let me say this. The reason why we shared this, you guys, is because we agree with the message. I don't think it was delivered correctly, but I agree with the message. We want to let Mark know our disdain for this head coach. That was not the time. It was not the place. You caught him after him winning a championship with this WNBA team. Do it in Vegas. Hit him in the pockets. Pull up to the game with your sign. Let everybody know you're going to be out there. Everybody else makes signs. Let's all go out there in unison and do the same shit. But you don't run up on him because, bro, I'm going to be honest with you, man. You can't run up on a motherfucker like me. Bruh, it would have been a little different.
Nah, you run up on me, it's all bad.
It's all
bad. I respect people, but when people don't the one thing I don't tolerate is disrespect. Yeah. And I don't tolerate people running up in my personal space like that.
And the smarten up comment wasted was him trying to be funny to go viral.
Yeah, and to me, look, this is my thing, right?
So the Robbie says
it's not about the message. The message gets perverted during the delivery of said message. I tell my daughter that all the time. It's not what you say, it's how you say. It's not what you do, it's how you do it.
Yeah.
Yo, the message is not wrong, bro, but it gets lost when you get disrespectful. Yeah. It gets lost when so what happens if they would have took your sign and broke it and fucked you up?
Yeah.
But, hey, if you want to come on the show and have a conversation with me face to face, I welcome it.
Yeah. And shout out to Ralph. Like I said before, I met him in person a few times. Good dude. He actually came up to me, blasted him and his wife, saluted them both. We want to come on the show. We want to talk about life and family. I said, remember that? Yep. I want to talk about motherhood. I was like, oh my God. I was like, okay, well, I got to get the fuck out of here. But salute to them. Like good people, genuinely good people. They love this team. They're doing it all for the right reasons. I just think the way he handled that was a little different, but I did share it because I believe in the message. Get the message out there. But the approach, the delivery, I can't agree with, man, because you can get yourself hurt. You can get somebody else around you hurt. And it's not a good look, man. Salute to Hoffy. Boycott the Raiders. Support OakLosVegas instead. Talk that shit, Hoffy. Salute. And Hoffy, I'm going to be real. We are the Raiders. We're the Raiders. We are Raiders. We don't want to do this. We don't want people to not go to these games and buy the gear and do what we want. We want this team to be thriving financially and on the field. But at the end of the day, when you're only benefiting financially and we're the ones putting the money in your pockets and the product is ass, at some point we have to say we're sick of this shit. And I agree how at this point, boycott. But like our brother Wasted said, do it in the right way. You know what I'm saying? I think our brother went with Malcolm X instead of Martin Luther King a little bit, bro.
I don't know, man. Bro, and to me, it's like that ain't even Malcolm X, bro.
I'm just saying he made it with violence a little bit over just trying to do
he's trying to be militant with it, but that wasn't like to me, it's the intent. Once again, it's the intent, right? If your intent is to really affect change, bro, you do that in a way where you don't have somebody with a fucking camera following you around. Like, it just seems contrived. Anything that's contrived to me, it loses its. I guess I come from a different era. I don't like contrived stuff like that. Like, say for instance, like I'm gonna give you an example. The guy that was at that game, the Charger game, that was real raw emotion.
Yeah.
That was real. He was at the game. He's like, holy shit, that motherfucker's right there. Yeah. We're losing. He fucking went ape shit.
And to be real with you, I still didn't agree with the way he did.
I didn't agree with that at all. Yeah. But the thing is, I understand it.
Yeah.
I understand. Do I agree? And it's not for me to agree. Who the fuck am I to tell these men how to conduct themselves? I don't agree with it.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. I got a platform. I'm gonna say that. I don't agree with it. You do what you want, bro. But I'm just saying it has more validity than this shit.
Salute to Rob. He said, F Ralph. He's trying to be famous. Salute to our brother Rob. Hey, he definitely went viral right now, Rob. I'll tell you that. Salute to Pride and Purpose. Mark gave him his last warning. Al has mob ties, but he better keep his head on the swivel. Salute to our brother Pride and Purpose. And knowing Ralph, and I'm not gonna say I know him like that. I'm just gonna say I've been around. He was probably blasted. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he thought that one through. But hey, the message is being received all across Raider Nation. It is what it is. Look, at the end of the day, just like Wasted said, who the fuck are we? Handle shit how you handle your shit, and we'll do our thing a little different. But at the end of the day, much respect and love to Ralph. I hope that, he's okay, and I hope that he doesn't get himself into any trouble in the future doing this shit again.
Hey, Graphk, do me a favor. Put up Weedy Gonzalez's comment.
Okay, hold on real quick. I'm gonna read this real fast while I'm looking for it. Our mascot is already missing an eye. We don't need one of our good eyes to be a black eye. Salute to Bo. I like that. I like that a lot. Where is it, bro? Oh, okay. Y'all so soft. It's not y'all era no more. I'm old, but y'all got to adapt. Wait. So it's not our era anymore. So if you're saying you're old, you got to be a part of our era.
Yeah, no, he's not. He's from the dickhead era.
But Weedy, this is the thing. This is the problem, right? This is the problem. This is the problem.
Who the fuck are you to call me?
No. Real quick.
No. That's exactly what I got a problem with. Who the fuck are you to call me soft?
This is the problem, right?
Shut your bitch ass up.
The problem is, Weedy, everything has to be on the internet. Everything has to be on the camera. Everything has to be a show these days. In our era, we didn't have to do that. We didn't want cameras around. We did our dirt on our lonely away from them.
And guess what? Just because something's happening now doesn't mean it's the right way. Just because something is new doesn't mean that it's better. I heard a rapper say this, and it was a very, very good analogy. He said, yo, LeBrons are new. They got the best sneaker technology, but y'all motherfuckers are still wearing Jordans. The shit from the past, a lot of the times, is the right shit. I don't subscribe to this new shit, bro. This new shit is weak. That shit is weak, and your comment is weak. And F you, Weedy Gonzalez.
Salute to Weedy.
Out of here.
Salute to Weedy. Lord Buddy says, shout out to Vegas Ralph. He talked that shit to MD. I ain't mad. Everybody feels how they feel about it. I'm not mad. Not mad at all. And like I said, much respect to Ralph. Salute to Steel Cage. Do you think the message is resonating? I think this, Steel Cage. I think that he opened up a can of worms that now when people
block this pussy.
Okay, I got you.
Please, thank you.
But I'm gonna say this.
And I dare one of you motherfuckers to say something like that to me for real.
Come on. We're not doing that. But let me say this.
I'm doing that. I dare you.
Let me say this, Steel Cage. The problem is this. Now the next person is going to think they can do that same thing to Mark, and they may potentially get their fucking spine cracked. That's the problem. Because there's only going to be so much that Mark is going to deal with this type of shit. You keep running up on him.
One time.
Bro, Ralph just opened up a can of worms. Like I said, much respect to the way he handles his business, but now everybody's going to try and do that to Mark, and he's going to get sick of that shit, and something's going to happen. And you don't want to see nobody in this shit get hurt. At the end of the day, we are no longer in the streets. We don't conduct ourselves like the guys we once were when we grew up. We're old as shit. We are family men. We're not on that type of time. I would rather have people hit him where it hurts in his pockets than to say, this is what's cool. This is what's it. So now these 14, 15-year-olds can run up on Mark and potentially get their fucking back broke because they think it's okay to run up on a billionaire screaming their disdain about this shit. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But, it is what it is. And let me see one more time. Salute to Darth. First time in years, I drafted a Raider in fantasy, Adams, and this offense is comically disrespectful. I have a fantasy football reputation to uphold, damn it. Yo, Hunter Renfrow was on my bench for 5 weeks, Darth Raider, and then I just dropped him. So
bro, I got Jacob, so I feel your pain.
Yeah, there you go. Salute to JD. Wasted. Let's wrestle in pudding. Yo, and you guys, this is
I'm gonna throw bleach on you.
and I want you guys to realize this, right? This is our Eddie. We would love to bring Ralph on. This is the thing. This is our opinion. We don't want you guys to think like us. We're not trying to transform your thought process. Think as you. If you guys love what Ralph did, love it. In a certain way, I do, because it's like Mark got the message, but I just don't. I think it was poorly delivered. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole smarten up. It was like, damn, bro, like you used this own way. It was like you knew a camera was in front of you and you were setting that up. If it was just if it was just natural and you were somewhere like, yo, hold on, that's fucking Mark Davis. Yo, smarten up. No. He sat outside and waited for this guy to walk out. Like it was a setup. You know what I mean? And Mark knew it and he handled it how he was supposed to. You know what I'm saying? He just kept it moving.
I don't know, man. Like if it's organic and it happens, I get it. But if you like left and you said, I'm going to make a sign and I'm going to go to the parade and I'm going to wait for him and I know exactly what he's going to me, that shit is like, it's just.
Hey, Rich, real quick, brother. Raider Rich, put up your, don't put a super up. Just put it back in the chat and I'll find it right now, brother. I did not see a super. My apologies. I will definitely read it. Just put it up and I'll read it. Don't put a super up. I got you. Let me see real quick. All right, I'm going to stop this. And I'm going to present something else real quick. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Make sure you guys wipe them feet, break them thumbs, pay your bar tabs, and hit that subscribe button on all channels, man. I appreciate you guys. As always, Graham Cam, my brother, I did not see a super king. Just put your comment in, and I got you. I promise you. I will put it up on screen.
I'm about to find it now. What it was Graham Cam. Who else?
Graham and Raider Rich.
Raider Rich, I'm looking for it now.
Salute to our brothers. We apologize. You know we try to read every super that we can, brother. And as many comments as possible as well. Real quick, guys. Did you guys see this? So I want to read this real quick, and I want to give you guys my response. I know I can't play what he said because we'll end up getting flagged. So let me actually go over there real quick and just.
I got the Raider Rich one. You want me to read it real quick before you go into it, or no?
Yeah, go ahead.
Wait. War up, Graphk. I saw this coming and have been calling out this BS from McDumbass sins last season. Hurts to see our Raiders look this bad. Hashtag fire McPuto.
Hey, and Rich, you are the negative Nancy of our chat, and we love you. And at the end of the day, if you've been calling it out, you, sir, we are not too proud to say we were wrong. You know, or we don't always have to be right. So at the end of the day, we know you've been saying that. So guess what, brother? At this point, you're right. Shout out to Raider Rich.
Bro, can you not play the video but can play the audio?
No. Can't play either one because ESPN they got an algorithm.
Right. Okay, but I can still read what he said. Okay, so Dan Orlowski, the guy that's known for stepping out behind the end zone for his safety.
Being a loser? What?
Yeah, being a loser. Okay. All right. He says the Raiders are wasting Davante Adams' career and he should ask for a trade. He said on Get Up ESPN, he should ask to be traded. His Hall of Fame career is being wasted. Right now, this is a bad football team. There's no known future of who is going to be playing quarterback there. He says he doesn't want to see Davante Adams waste away in Vegas. Now, you guys, tell me what you think about my response real quick. Okay. I said to this, Tim Brown, Larry Fitzgerald, Anquan Bolden, Steve Smith, Megatron, a lot of these other guys would like to have a word with you because this guy, Davante Adams, had the opportunity to play with Aaron Rodgers his entire career up to this point. I understand you not wanting him to waste away, but at the end of the day, last year, literally, he had the second highest stats in his career with Derek Carr and Josh McDaniels. How do you respond to that?
I think that's very valid. And I also find it funny that the only time ESPN wants to cover or talk about the Raiders is when it's something negative, right? Like, what makes Dan Orlovsky an aficionado on what Davante Adams should do because it's one bad season? I don't ever hear people saying that when, say, for instance,
Vegas Raiders stupid, bro. Go ahead, my bad.
But I don't never hear them say when like the Titans are bad and Derrick Henry's, out there doing this thing, that he's wasting his career there. I don't ever hear them say that about any of the players in the Browns that are great. Nobody's saying Myles Garrett needs to leave. Why is nobody saying the Browns they're doing better now, but they've been bad? I don't ever hear any. I didn't hear people saying when the Texans were like mid and freaking JJ Watt was balling. I never heard that.
Yeah.
I never heard that. Why is everybody as good for the Raiders always got to go somewhere else to get better?
These guys.
Why is that? Why is the media always driving that narrative all the time?
Yeah, it's because we're the Raiders. Simple and plain. And we have one of the biggest fan bases in sports, and they know we're going to react. And now being in this game and seeing it for what it is, I understand it from looking from the inside now, not the outside anymore. I always wonder, like, why do these guys do this shit? Being on the inside now, I understand why these dudes do this shit, because there's even people that cover the Raiders that do this shit. You know what I mean? It's just clickbait. They want and at the end of the day, if it's all about money, cool. There's no disrespect. But don't act like you're one of us when you're not. Salute the Vegas Raiders. Need to pick it at every PF Chains in Vegas. Salute to our dogs.
Raider 3 words for Dan Orlovsky.
Appreciate it. Bitch. And there you have it. A bum in the NFL. And mind you, got to give him his flowers. He made it to the NFL. Not a lot of people can say they made it to the NFL. But that guy was a terrible quarterback. Terrible.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you one thing. Look, I was in a fucking a Peloton class with him. Motherfucker's a beast. It was like 1,000 people on the OakLosVegas. Like, he was number 1, bro. That motherfucker is an animal, bro. Don't get fucked up, yo. That motherfucker is
not only does he run his mouth a lot, he actually runs a lot.
Bro, he was on that Peloton, bro. I was like, how is it even possible to go that goddamn fast? Shout out to Dan Orlovsky for that, though.
Hey, he is good at running. Salute to Hafi. Mark goes to every home game. The best message is 0 Raider fans in the stands. And Hafi, I agree, because then they'll have half a stadium full of other teams' fans. That's the only way that you can knock these guys. Salute to my brother Hafi all night on the Dub specials. Appreciate you, Hafi. We truly do.
Yo, real quick, yo. Rock on to Richard Roundtree. Richard Roundtree passed away today. The great Richard Roundtree. Shaft has passed away, y'all. A legend. I wanted to say that before the show because I saw it. Breaking news, man. A GOAT. Rest in peace to Richard Roundtree.
Real quick. For the OGs in the building that know about Roundtree being one of the GOATs. Quick moment of silence. Rest in paradise, man, to one of the GOATs, man. Salute to the Mokes. Back in my era, we weren't all in the music videos, dancing. Bro, the Mokes. Come to death. Real ones know about the Source Awards. Salute to Bo once again. Are there any college coaches or NFL coordinators you would want to hire as our head coach? No. If and when this Patriot West debacle is all said and done, it's Ben Johnson and me, the coordinator, the offensive coordinator in Detroit. That's the guy I've been talking about. Other than that, there's other names, but that's the name I'm kind of really focused on, because we have some pieces on the offensive side of the ball that I think Ben Johnson would salivate at being able to coach up.
Let me ask y'all a question. There's a lot of controversy at the University of Michigan right now. A lot of controversy. And if things go the way I think Jim Harbaugh is going to run for the hills. Okay. Now, there were a lot of us who wanted Jim Harbaugh, right? I didn't, because I felt like to get him away from Michigan, him being like Lord, ruler, and master, you'd have to give him a similar John Gruden kind of a deal. Give him total autonomy. If we were to move on from this regime and they were to have a seasoned GM that has had success in the National Football League, and they were to reach out, so where there was no power sharing thing. I feel like with the situation we have here, I feel like there's a power sharing thing. If we got a clear, like Howie Roseman level GM, right? And then he went out and hired Jim Harbaugh, how would that suit you?
I think the only guy that's going to do that is Dobbs. I think you go get Ed Dobbs, like we were originally we're going to do the GM to bring him in and bring in Jim Harbaugh. I think that's the new duo. If you bring in Harbaugh, I don't think Howie. I mean, who's going to be that high level guy like a Howie Roseman? There's nobody out there, bro. At the end of the day, they'll probably give Champ Kelly a chance to take over and see what it is, because he's going to find a job in the open market in the offseason. I think that they give him the keys and see what he can do initially. But
Kelly, I wouldn't, bro. He hasn't done anything.
I'm not saying he did, brother. I'm just saying he's already in the building. Dobbs came in for an interview already, so they know, they're already familiar with him. I could see them going out and making another call and saying, "What do you think about coming back in and let's see what we can do." But
so let me ask you a question, right? So the assistant GM in San Francisco, I forget his name. The kid is under Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
They bring him in.
Okay.
How would that suit you?
It just depends. I mean, is he bringing someone with him? Is he bringing?
So he's coming from the 49ers.
Is the offensive coordinator going to be the new head coach from the Niners?
And he hires Jim Harbaugh.
Okay.
Or you're talking about Adam Peters, and he's been around for 20 years.
So that's what I'm saying. So if you bring Adam Peters, right, which that's the kind of guy that you know what I'm saying, based off of the way they draft and their philosophy and stuff like that. And I think the ideology of Jim Harbaugh with that pro style offense and smash mouth football and playing defense, it lines up.
Yeah.
Would that be something that you would consider?
I'm not against that. I look, we got to keep spinning the wheels until we figure out what the hell is going to work. I'm not going to act though like I love Jim Harbaugh's offense. I still think it's old school.
I don't. I think it's
very John Gruden-ish.
Yeah,
and I don't think that it's going to be enough to go beat the likes of a Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert year in and year out. I think you need an innovative mind, a guy like Ben Johnson. I don't want to have that old school, run, open up the pass, do some different shit. And I think that Harbaugh is going to come in and do the same thing he did in his first run, which was great with the 49ers, but I don't think it's going to work. I think it works for the kids, and that's why he's more comfortable staying in Michigan.
See, there's a piece of me where I want to find the next person. I want to find the next Sean McVay, right? And it's like we have to dare to be great in a sense, because the rinse and repeat thing that we've been doing with the Raiders for 30 years, it hasn't worked. We've done a lot of rinsing and repeating, right? And then when we've gone out there and got a young, innovative mind, the only times I can really remember us doing that is Lane Kiffin, and I think Al just really jumped out of the window. Lane Kiffin shouldn't have even been a head coach in college at that time, right? And then Dennis Allen. It's like, really? Dennis Allen?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was a Reggie move right there. So it's like, I haven't really seen it. We've hired guys like Joe Bugle, Norv Turner, Mike White, guys that kind of, they don't really move the needle for me. I would love to see us get the hot commodity that's out there, Yeah.
Hey, real quick, Robert, and I wanted to talk about this real quick because the trade deadline is right around the corner. Knowing these guys, they're trying to save their jobs. They're going to go buy. They're not going to sell. This is going to happen. They're going to buy. And the Commanders are bad right now. They look really bad. Sam Howell has to throw the football a million times a game. Jonathan Allen is sick and tired over there in D.C. Chase Young is a free agent next year. They refuse to pick up his fifth-year option. So he's on the way out probably because they can't pay him and Montez Sweat. They're going to have to pick one. And I think they're going to let Chase go because of the injuries. We all know Chase is a monster when healthy.
Yeah.
When healthy. Durability has been an issue. If they would take Hunter in a second, I would do it, but I don't think they would because they have Jahan Dotson. So I'm thinking you may have to give him a second and a fifth. What do you think?
Look, for Chase, I'd do it in a heartbeat. He's a superstar in the making. He just has to he has to put together the seasons, right, to be that. Yeah. But Chase Young, and that's well worth it. You're never gonna find a guy at that level of the draft that's as talented as him. So you might as well take it.
He is dominant when he's out there on the football field.
He's Myles Garrett dominant.
Yeah.
You have no choice. Like, if you have a chance to get him for anything less than a first round pick, I am on board with it.
Hey, Hammer, look at Will McClay. I live in Dallas and I'm not familiar.
Will McClay is the fucking man, bro.
Is he the OC?
No, he's the guy who picks all the players for the Cowboys. Will McClay is the man, bro. The Cowboys will never allow him to walk out of there.
He's not the GM, though, right?
Was he like player personnel or something?
Yeah. Will McClay is a beast. He's the one who's responsible for like most of those players, like the Micah Parsons. I mean, going back, Will McClay been with the Cowboys a long time. He is an animal. I never bring Will McClay up because he's never leaving the Cowboys.
So he is the guy that literally him and Jerry Jones' son are like
him and Steven.
Yeah,
I know exactly who you're talking about.
He's been with them for over 21 years. He's not going anywhere.
Salute to Q. That was a phenomenal comment.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen.
He said
the enemy
Tyrone Bigham after
oh my god. The enemy is gonna be the successor to oh my God, what's his name? Ron Rivera. Retarded. The enemy is going to be the successor to Ron Rivera, probably by the end of this coming season. That's why the enemy's there. Like they pretty much told him when they signed him, like, dude, you're going to be the
It's
next
your
head
job.
coach.
Yeah, Riverboat is going to get fired. I think they're going to fire Riverboat Ron in the middle. He's going to be the first coach to get fired, I think.
Did
Riverboat Ron fired.
I wouldn't be surprised.
The Diamondbacks just beat Philadelphia. They're in the Super. Wow, they are the World Series.
Good.
You know Joe Rogan?
Good.
Get down on these penises with me. So look at
Fuck
JT.
the Phillies.
GM requires a winner. High football IQ, talent evaluator, knows Raider history and operations. Connected in the league, leader. He said Gannon.
No, damn it.
And yo, Marvin
We
Lewis.
can't do that anymore, JT. We cannot do that. That's why we keep ending up in these situations. No more former Raiders trying to turn them into something they're not. We can't do that.
No, none of that. And Marvin Lewis, I'm not against going out and signing players who have had injuries because that's a part of the NFL. I'm against drafting players who have an injury history. It's a big difference.
So you're not drafting Penix? Yeah, you are.
No.
Boom. And
Yo.
there goes the dynamite.
Yeah. Look, him. Yeah, that's a little different, bro. Because
It's a
it's
little
like
bit-
with quarterbacks is different. It's only so many of those guys that are really viable guys. You know?
Yeah. Salute the Bo, man. Michael Mayer would definitely get more targets if Harbaugh was. That's facts. That would probably be the number one target in Jim Harbaugh's office, and a running back would thrive as well. Josh Jacobs and Michael Mayer would have a field day in Harbaugh's system. They would love it. They would love it. Salute the big time. Kellen Moore, no.
He's terrible. He's terrible. Get him the F out of here.
Yeah. No. Salute to everybody here in the building, man. Appreciate you guys. We're coming up on an hour and a half. I know the boys got to go to sleep, man. It's 11:30 out there in New York.
Yeah.
They got work tomorrow. I just want to say, man, salute to everybody here in the building. Tomorrow I will be back at it. It's been my wife's birthday. So we've been celebrating these past few days. Some good things going on in the family. God is good. I will be back tomorrow, you guys, with my first kind of Raiders, Detroit, situation. We'll talk about it tomorrow with a coffee and convo.
And I will be too. And I will be yelling at people all day.
I think this is what Graham was trying to say real quick. The league gave us 5 primetime games this year on top of another 6 highly anticipated games. This schedule was set up to get some hype back into the organization, and the staff is fucking it up. Man.
Woo!
That's valid as fuck.
Flames came off of that content.
Graham Cam with a haymaker. Salute to John. We appreciate you, brother. Shout out to Seattle Raiders. We appreciate you too, King. Yes, I will be live tomorrow, man. I promise. I think all my brothers are going to be live. We're going to all do our own thing tomorrow. But with that being said, you guys, as always, I want to say this real quick. We are not shaming our brothers. We love Mitch. We love Chugs. We love Chat Sports. We love all, we're just honest about our assessments with everything. So we're not going to shit on anybody. Look, if Wasted is live, I expect him to be honest about his opinion and his takes on me, because he'll tell me whatever the fuck he said to y'all, he'll say to me behind the scenes too. And I would say the same thing to Mitch as well. So I want you guys to understand, we're not trying to beat up our guys with, these alleged quotes and all the other shit. It is what it is. Everybody goes about their business the different way. It's okay to disagree. We move on. It is what it is. With that being said, man, I want to say salute to everybody on the way out. Wipe them feet, break them thumbs, pay your bar tabs, and make sure you hit the subscribe button. And on the way out real quick, man, Steel Cage can't get up any second round picks. It will kill our chance to move up in the first for a franchise quarterback. That is a sneaky $5 donation right there.
It might not, because you could trade the one from the next year.
Yeah, that's true. But I like that. Salute to Steel Cage, my dog. And yeah, man, with that being said, man, we're going to leave with that great comment. Appreciate you guys. As always, we'll be back tomorrow. We out. One.